Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm Laura.
And we are
Two Paper Girls. We're back for another Top 5 Wednesday. This is also our last Top 5 Wednesday in this filming location for quite a while, which is strange because we're obviously starting back at uni and we're going to do a room tour and stuff eventually of our uni rooms and houses, so look out for that.
I don't even know where we're going to film, but we'll sort that out when we come to it. This Top 5 Wednesday is about characters that may have a mental health illness.
We actually have two separate top 5s this week because I know the past few weeks we've done joint ones because we couldn't come up with 5 different answers because we would have similar opinions on most things. So let's just get straight into it.
My 5 is It's a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini. This book really got to me. I remember reading it. Laura read it first and she was like, oh, you've got to read it. It's very perksy. And I read it and I really enjoyed it, but it's ever so sad.
My number 5 is Enduring Love by Ian McEwan. This doesn't majorly feature mental illness as a main topic, but there is basically this guy stalks the main character Joe, but people don't really believe Joe because no one's seen this person. But then it turns out Joe is actually right, and the person stalking him has an illness called Declarum belt or something. It's French, I can't say it. But yeah, so this is definitely interesting, but it's not the main focus of the book, that's why it's number 5.
My number 4 is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Neven. Again, very sad characters. Finch, the main character, has really bad depression, and then Violet meets him and she sort of has depression, but then she helps him try and overcome this. This book's all about Finch's struggles and all that's going on in his head, and it's just really sad, but it's quite touching to know that Violet does help him eventually.
My number 4 choice is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I don't really want to give away much. This is number 4, and if you read it, you'll know why, because they're the thing. Everyone goes on about this book and the twist, and like, the mental health issue is kind of the twist, but number 4.
Coming in at number 3 is Forgive Me Leonard Peacock by Matthew Quick. Again, another book where Leonard Peacock sadly suffers from depression, and it's just about how he copes with it. But I really like this book because of how his teacher is actually one that helps him through it, and this book was just really touching.
Coming in at my number 3 is John Ronson's The Psychopath Test. This is actually a non-fiction book and probably one of the only non-fiction books I've read in quite a number of years. I really liked his writing style, and as you can guess, it was about psychopaths, and he interviewed lots of people in mental health institutes and spoke to them about their problems, and it was just very good. I read it quite a few years ago, so I can't remember why, but I liked it so much that now whenever I see a John Ronson book I want to buy it, and I have a couple of his that I need to read. So yeah, I remember really enjoying it anyway, and it was nice it being non-fiction.
At number 2 is Magnet Moon by Sally Gardner. This is one of my favourite books because Sally Gardner's awesome. I don't know what mental illness he has. I think it's Asperger's. This book was really interesting because it was written from his point of view, and it's all fantastical and about moons, and I thought it was about Nazis, but I didn't really understand. But it was just really nicely written because it was so imaginative.
My number 2 is Hamlet by William Shakespeare. I really find this interesting because madness and mental health was a very strange issue in this sort of time period. People didn't really talk about it, or if they did, it was very stigmatised, and like in 12th Night, Malvolio, they like pretend that he's mad, they lock him in a chamber like in the floor, and that's pretty much what happened. So it's kind of nice that Shakespeare was all alternative and wrote about a character who was a bit mentally unstable and kind of explored that, so that was nice. And yeah, Hamlet is just a very good play exploring things like that, and I love it.
And our joint number 1 is Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. We absolutely adore this book, and obviously it's about Charlie, who has severe depression and has childhood issues.
I absolutely love the writing style of this book. I like how it's an epistolary style, like it's all done in letters, and he's saying dear friend, and you're like, who's the friend? Is it the friend that he lost because his friend killed himself, which is partly adds to Charlie's depression, or are you the friend, or is it no friend? And I just love how it's written, and I think it's just done in, the whole story is executed in such a beautiful way, and that's why it's number 1.
So those were our top 5 favourite books that have mental health illnesses in. Let us know down below if you have any favourites that present things well.
There's quite a few on Amy's list that I haven't actually read yet. I really want to get round to All the Bright Places and Forgive Me Leonard Peacock. And I think it's good that books write about mental health issues because you need more awareness and to get rid of the stigma, and the only way that's going to happen is by normalising it and stopping it being a big taboo. So it's really good when it's in books and it helps people suffering from those illnesses to connect to a character. And yeah, this was a nice week's topic. I like this one.
So we'll see you on the next week's Top 5 Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.